First kill, pretty smooth, 0% in rage. Let's try and get a good final phase. First one of the day. Took so little damage. My penance powder is kind of up. Did that wrong, but still good kill. See what we get. Okay, I'm curious how close I am to drop rate on this path. I think I'm probably halfway, maybe. I think the drop rate is 1 in 40 or 1 in 39 with the ring. So I feel like I'm pretty close to that. It would be nice to move on to the next path. This one is not my favorite. Is it 20% in rage every time? So it's 15 kills to get up to full. Does that sound right? Full in rage, I mean, at 300%. If that's the case, I did a lot more than 20 kills yesterday because I was at 300% for a long time. Alright, so I'm just chilling here. A little bit more damage and then... yeah, that's perfect. So just make sure I don't get hit by any mechanics. At 99, we dive in. I feel like this is a phase people would pick learning the boss, right? Because essentially all you're doing is picking one of 4 directions and the boss takes 100k damage. Oh, I missed that spawn. Yeah, it's kind of rare. Easy K can phase him right there, but I don't know, maybe 1 in 10 times, something like that. I haven't seen it too much. Alright, let's try to get this final part locked in. It's kind of awkward stalling when the boss's model is so big. There we go, that worked. We're 20. Alright, one of these days I'm going to reroll into head. It's bound to happen. What I like to do is line up a barrage right after this. I can actually bleed the assault pretty, you know, without really fear of getting that reflected back to me. So yeah, after that web mechanic, it's the only time you're kind of comfortable doing a lot of damage. Boss is phased, so it's just about chilling out here. Do them, or not take much damage from any mechanics. Yeah, I don't know. Phase 2 seems to be random in the amount of time it takes. Am I crazy? I've seen like fairly big variances. I think I did that perfectly. There we go. That is a lot nicer than doing that. Remember doing it? Oh, is it? Start. Yeah, I'm gonna reroll. Never lucky. Yeah, remember doing that P4 like with lower level gear, or even back in the day it used to be a bit of a slog. Quite a dangerous phase. It's so nice now just to be able to do it. And that's essentially 3 or 4 abilities. Must remember to reapply darkness. Actually helps quite a bit. Re-overload, of course. Right after one mechanic is when I'll do big damage, like the overpower and stuff, because, you know, there's 3 or 4 auto attacks before the next one. And it's the only time I can, like, do high damage abilities without fearing the reflect. But yeah, damage is all done now, just chilling. higher in rages, what I'll do here is typically resonance one of these hits, the magic one typically. Just for, it's like a 3k heal. Left. Forgot to get a Reaper. I better get a Reaper next kill. Yeah, the reflect can't come up here, and if it does, it's kind of good night. Yeah, I think I'm like 9 seconds slower on this, and pretty much just random. Alright, I did that wrong, but despite the fact we got a quick kill. Alright. Luck ring goes on. Hey! Alright, happy days. Finished with this path at last. That means acid path, which is actually my second favorite, I think. I think it's growing on me a little bit. Well, let's get this banked and change paths. And don't forget the Reaper, of course. And bring. Yes, change the path. That's what I can't forget to do. Alright, here we go. Beast tab. Okay, so what we want is acid and light path open. Right, yeah, so that means no minions. I think that's what it means anyway. So 2/3 of the way to a new leg. Hopefully we get a hilt soon, in and around the time we get the next leg piece. In that case, we can sell the full noxious weapon for profit. Right, this is when I'll do the big damage abilities. Majority of my damage here, and then I'll step away, freedom, and just chill out, wait for the next mechanic, see what it is. To break out of that in about, what, 2 seconds? Step back, anticipate, damage is already done, just chilling. I'll freedom as soon as it's off cooldown, so I'll just schedule it. What I'll do here is I'll go 3 tiles up. So that would be 1, this is 2, this is 3. I just essentially wait till he's... Yeah, it's unfortunate timing wise, but it's no problem. Oh, he's getting acid. That's fine. Alright, I do have to be conscious still of the mechanics. So I will cycle through freedom, anticipate. Yeah, that's the dangerous one. Keep an eye out for this acid spider, this insta-kill one. Alright. So in and around 60% is when I'll come up here. Keep cycling through. Okay, that was the insta-kill spider. Did you see it? It's at the bottom of the ramp. There he is. Oh, I'm just gonna barricade. That's what I do in this situation. Just take the stress away from it. And all I need to do now here is Chaos Roar, easy K. Maybe a little Quake there instead of Hurricane, but so that's a pretty straightforward kill. I'm really low on adrenaline. I might Gricko here, see if I get some luck. I did not. So basically, I'm nowhere near where I'd like to be. So I'm doing a different rotation here. Lead the assault. Overpower. Punish. Alright. Pretty good. Even though that's almost a min, we're going to reroll. Okay. Oh, thanks for the good look. What's my KC? I'm almost at 800, I think. 776. Yeah, we'll hit 800 today easily. Still no pets. I know the first pet will be like a cascade of other pets because I think you basically just complete tasks throughout the kill to get the other pets, but the other ones will come quick. Still awaiting that first pet, which is kind of the catalyst, if you like. Yeah, I don't know. So even though that's a little bit slower, yeah, that's slightly slower kill. I just find it more, I don't know, relaxing, more chill. It's not as annoying as the light pat one. As soon as I'm free of this barraging, I'm overpowering and I'm hurricaning. Yeah, damage is done already. Step away, step to safety, anticipate. Freedom has 5 seconds left, so I'll just queue it. And by the time it's ready, it'll be time to do it. I think this is the easiest way to do it. Now, granted, this is really high level gear, so it's not the most acceptable or approachable way for, let's say, new players or someone with tier 70 gear. But it is kind of chill. Alright, so I'm 3 tiles up on this. What do you call it? Slight incline. That is the insta-kill. Did you see it? Yeah, insta-kill. So I'm just going to barricade. And one thing I'll always do when I barricade is basically soul split on. So I'm getting heals while I can't be damaged. Okay. Make sure I don't hit him when he's like this. But yet again, as soon as he's free from this, I'm just going to overpower. There we go. And I don't go to the back of this because I need some space behind me. Otherwise, I have nowhere to go if he does that mechanic where he pulls me in. Like this one. Whew. A higher enrage, that just kills you. It does like 10k damage. I need to keep my eyes open for another one of those spiders. It would be a shame. Yeah, so just Chaos Roar, the easy K, the Hurricane, and a Punish. Yeah, it's not gonna do it. I need more damage. Wait, no, you can't have got the first pet that long. Don't tell me that. That means I could have what? quite a long grind remaining. Okay, I did that wrong. The Ring of Death is on, so it should save me. Alright, apologies, I was too caught up in that kill to read. Ah, it's the second effigy? Still, we're rolling it. This is about pets, not effigies. Oh yes, Wither, I recognize the name. Yeah, appreciate that. So true, 57 Christmas crackers? That can't be right. Nobody's got that many. At 200 bill a piece. What are the 3 bottom? Oh, they're my they're rune pouches. They got the runes. Now I'm using melee here, so you might ask why am I got rune pouches? That's a good question. I probably just put them in there as standard for most kind of loadouts, and leave them in there. But I do cast one spell in this fight, and it's Disruption Shield, and I need runes for that. So I might do some other spells as well. Smoke Cloud, potentially. You've 22k Araxxi kill count? That is crazy. That must be really dang high on the scoreboards, right? You took 3k to get the first pet. What is the... Oh, I thought I was going to get hit by that. What is the average KC to get pet 1? No, I do believe you. I just I find it hard to imagine that much wealth within one account. Like, people will... I guess wealth has tiers, right? There's always a bigger fish. $71 trillion. That's crazy. Alright, phases are starting to hurt a little bit more as Enrage creeps up. I don't think that was a spider. I think that was just an auto attack. Yeah, that's the one that sends me to Death's Office. Keep cycling through your freedoms, your anticipates. A lot of reflect damage there. That's okay. Freedom. I'm not paying attention to the acid. I should be up here already. Okay, that's the insta-kill spider. He just landed right here. So barricade is on. I'll barricade early so I can actually build back up my adrenaline. I'm just clicking Chaos Roar there so it's ready as soon as it's available. That was an awful lot of abilities there. So what I'm liking about this is P4 for me is the same each path. So I don't have to like remember 4 different strategies. And if I do it correctly, it's a pretty quick phase, particularly with no minions. KC is looking like this. Or 7, 7, 8. Almost 6 full legs. Quite lucky on these hills, as you can see. I think at this KC I should have, what, 5? No, 6 hills. And I've got 8. I think that's about right. So I'm about to finish my 6th leg, maybe in the next couple of kills. Where would you rate Araxxi in terms of like a difficulty, or, you know, if I was coming into the game now, going up tiers, maybe I'm in tier 70 Necro gear, just trying to learn that style. Is Araxxi somewhere you go? Or is it still a little bit tricky? Oh man, that's rough. Thankfully, I don't have any of those stories myself. I don't know, would it bother me? Because, you know, it's all relative. You have no way of knowing what prices will do. 500 million? Right now, Christmas crackers, 200 billion, give or take. But yeah, I'd never owned a party hat, a Santa hat, anything like that. So I've primarily gone for upgrades in terms of gear, PPM gear. But right now I think I'm at a position where I have everything I need. So it's now time to kind of save for that rare. And I set the goal then at the kind of the most expensive one I'm interested in. That was the insta-kill spider. He came out, he landed right here. So we barricade straight away. If you're quick, you can actually kind of reflect, or not reflect, resonance or disruption shield. That kind of reflect damage. And it saves you. That was lucky. I think I managed to dodge that one, but yeah, that's the one that kills me most of the time. Something happened, my Chaos War there just disappeared. Oh, adrenaline. Did I waste it somehow? Alright. Pretty easy compared to other bosses. At low in rage, yeah. Why? What do you reckon? The kind of a rage mechanic is it kind of prohibitive for the beginners learn the boss? Is it? You know, it's 0%. You can pretty much provide any of the mechanics. Whereas, as you can see, starting getting up in the rage, things get a lot more punishing. I wonder will they change that with this kind of daily scape aspect. Definitely a step up from God Wars Dungeon 2 though, right? That's probably where you go in a tier ranking. Start with God Wars 1. You move up from there to God Wars Dungeon 2. And then you're going somewhere like Arc Lake or here maybe. That's all the damage done, more or less. And rage is what's 160, so that's 8 kills, right? I think. I am, as soon as I finish, I think that was the spider that insta-kill. As soon as I finish log here, I'm moving on. Or if I, in the case of a really long or unlucky pet grind, I'll just move on, you know, if I'm really disliking it. But right now I'm probably less than 100 kills. Maybe slightly more, because I've got one full leg piece and I got a hilt. Or one full leg, I should say. Might as well kill this guy, right? Yeah, so the series so far has basically had 3 bosses. 4 cat, I needed the pet, I stayed there, I did essentially 1,000 hard mode kills to get the pet. Which is good because I could stack chests and that was kind of like rewarding. You know, I'd open 50 at a time, something like that. Then it went to Arc Lake or continued my existing streak, and thankfully I was able to get the second core kind of quick. And now we're at Araxxi. But when the combat changes come into the live game, I might decide to go somewhere else if it's kind of fun or unusual. Let's have a look. Alright, so the rule is less than 1 million I re-roll, but over 1 million I keep. So that's 2 million, so we keep those. What would be the, I don't know, firstly, favorite boss for yourselves to do? And then the other side of that is which ones do you like watching the most? No penance powder, that's why my rare was so low in the last kill. I think all my G slots are taken up though, so I'll just bring a prayer potion. No, I could just bring the ancient elven ritual thing for prayer instead of potion. That makes sense. Alright, that's the insta-kill spider out. Arcade is up. Okay, I think that was bad play for me. I think I dodged that pure by luck rather than anything else. Whoa, nearly died. Okay, Dragon Battle Axe expected there. Question I have is, does it carry over to the next phase? It doesn't seem to. Hard mode suck? Yes. Yes. I find that I'm enjoying that. I've got maybe 120 KC. It's great money. The sword pieces are over 500 mil each. And something I enjoy. It is. I do use necromancy there. I think it's probably the easiest style for hard mode suck. Sign of Life is used. Always got a lot of HP left somehow. We're in trouble. If I prayed the right thing, it might help. Alright, I got the kill, but I am dying. This has to be a speed loot. Oh, I hate it so much. There we go, we're out. Right, hard mode suck log is very lucky. Still need pet, as I was saying, but 2 full swords and 1/3 of the next one. Last 2 drops there have been 2 magma tempests. So something just bought on the Grand Exchange or sold. Alright, that's Reaper done. So that was, I think it was 6 kill Reaper. Reapply Darkness. Darkness is huge here. All the damage done. Alright, there's the spider. Am I barricading too early? That's the question. One of these days will that get me killed. Is it right now? Right. Yeah, definitely waiting too long to get up this ramp. Am I forgetting something there? Why is that phase taking so long, I wonder? Okay, I did that correctly that time. Makes a big difference. Yeah, 2 full swords. That was really lucky. It felt like it. For that time, every time I went there, you know, I was getting a sword piece. That was right around the time the easy K was kind of the 2 billion mark, so very lucky. You've almost 5 in 450 KC. Sign of Life. Do I remember when that? It's probably one of those hits, those melee type hits. I had to guess. Alright, a little bit slow on the web this time. Do damage here, so try to get him down. Alright, that's fine. Okay, try and remember at 58%. Start going up to the top of the ramp. I'm waiting for a mechanic here because as soon as I get one I can do my attacks. My big hitting attacks. Alright. Might as well kill these guys when I'm waiting. Alright, that's perfect. He's at 60%. So if I'm right... No spider, is that right? No acidic spider, I should say. Okay, I tried a different approach there. It might not be good now that I think about it. Lower adrenaline when our overpower is on cooldown. Let's see if I can do something somewhat decent here. Alright. Better overall, maybe? Quicker? Alright, we reroll. It's gonna be pretty nice one of these days when I reroll a 1 there. Ring of Death goes on now. Ah, there's an insta-kill spider. I'm gonna wait a second. It's a little bit far away from me. Barricade is off. That was risky. Oh, searched the wrong way. Damage is done, so just chill up out here, I think. Or up here. That's another spider. Arcade is on cooldown. We're going at mortality. Why not? Right, he's definitely starting to hurt here. Thankfully, I think I did that correctly. Oh, Ring of Death has procced. We're in trouble. Taking quite a bit of damage now from him. Despite the fact we still reroll a pet. No luck. Yeah, I was wondering kind of recently, is it worthwhile using the pheromones to reset the actual enrage? You know, because one death would cost more than a pheromone. And at 300% enrage, any of those mechanics that I mess up is basically a death. So does it make more sense kind of financially to just pheromone every time he gets to kind of 300%? You're kind of saying, you're kind of backing yourself to actually make a mistake though, right? It's kind of defeatist. What's his last kill? Aura is out. I'll reset and we'll go again. Why not stream on Twitch? Yeah, it's a good question. I actually prefer YouTube. I think the community is better. Yes, the focus is my series. That's what I'm enjoying doing the most. And, you know, this is basically just a vehicle to produce those videos. I'm enjoying the process. I don't know if you, yeah, the comments on videos and stuff has been really, you know, positive. So that's why I'm thinking YouTube is the way to go. Positive, you know, good community of people here. I'm waiting for a mechanic. Oh. That's the insta-kill. No barricade. We'll go right beside him, hopefully. Okay, look at that. As we talk about it, I thought the barricade was still up, but obviously not the case. First kill, or first death of the hour, and right as the aura finishes. In terms of progress that hour, that was pretty good. We got the leg piece for second pass. Our second leg piece. I think we go again. What would you say is the most, well, some of the most enjoyable content to watch, you know, people stream? I think typically for me, I enjoy the hard mode 4-cat, you know, the fast kills, less than 2 minutes. Telos is obviously, is always been something I enjoy watching, high level Telos. I do quite like the Sanctum of Rebirth to watch. I think that's really good content. Just make sure I'm resetting all of these kind of things. Don't use Berserker. I don't think there's any need. Makes me take more damage. I think that's the right play. But the health buffs are replenished. Familiar is back. Remember to reapply darkness here. I got away with that reflect somehow. I guess just chilling out here outside of range of that melee hit is probably the play. Pray the right thing. Most endgame bosses, yeah, same. There's the insta-kill spider. It's hard to see sometimes. I think that's a lot better in terms of getting up the ramp quicker. Another spider there? I'm a little bit worried. It was. I could have got away with that. I used my immortality. I'm scared. Adrenaline is going to be low now. Alright, wasn't too bad after all. What are you thinking of the combat changes, the betas that are live right now? I think it's March. They're coming into the game. Made a mistake there. We're in trouble. Ring of Death is on. Alright, I must have got lucky with some of those hits. Alright, we go again. I think for the most part the combat changes look good. I typically like to go hybrid most places. Hybrid has changed quite a bit. But I think it's still like viable, but whereas before I probably would have, you know, used a ranged crit buff while I'm using the Lee, whereas that's gone now, it seems. You know, if you're using a crit buff, something like that, it has to be whatever style it is. You need to use that style to benefit from it. Yeah, that melee hit's no joke. Yeah, I've not tested either. I've just watched some content. There's the spider already. I typically prefer to do things like when I'm playing that are actually progressing my account before just to test it out. You know, I think a lot of people kind of represent my views. But yeah, I've been watching videos on YouTube, people who've tested it out. Like melee is probably the one that's people are less happy with. Yeah, that was a very smooth P3. It's probably the fastest I've had in a long while. I'm interested in this boss as well from a moneymaker for the more lower level accounts. I have a sneaking suspicion that it's, you know, it's one of the best moneymakers. I'm thinking like tier 80, tier 70 kind of gear. It is a bit janky though, this boss fight. It's a little bit, you know, it's not as refined as some of the more newer ones. I'm liking the, you know, the rares aren't super rare. It's 1 in 40, right, for a leg piece. And then it's 1 in 20 for any hilt. I think that's the drop rate. So I guess what that means is you're never going to go crazy dry. Next is a great one for that as well. I'm interested in going to next once the changes are in the game. Just do some range camp next. There's the insta-kill spider. He has a bleed on him, that's why I'm taking so much damage here. I didn't realize I dismembered him. Not sure if another spider came out there in that attack. I'll just hover over. Oh, it did. That was my sound light gun. Alright, this is going to be a slow pace because I need to build up adrenaline. Okay, I did that for half. Yes. So yeah, there's some difference when I actually do it correctly. Ooh, 2 onyx, we keep those. Yeah. Yeah, you've seen that happen before. Like, how often when you see in your clan or whatever, someone get 3 leg pieces so close together. But yeah, going 200 try is no fun. This series is about earning 200 billion in rares. So even though like those 2 onyxes, they don't count. So I'm reliant on those rares. So long dry periods are not ideal. Yeah, where will you typically go if you're looking to make some GP? Or have you got other goals? Oh crap. Okay, I'll let my focus go there. Alright, let's reset. Still, I don't think it's worth getting the sign of life back. One thing I always forget to do is put the Grim back on once I die, but I've got it back on here. I'm also curious whether full book is the play, or maybe that one you get from Sanctum. Be a lot cheaper. See, I anticipated too late there, so I wasn't able to break out very quickly. chilling. Damage is done more or less. We're at the full enrage now, so any kind of mistakes and it's game over. 99%, I'm diving through. Ah, it was too quick. Ah, took him out of the acid. We gotta reset. It's a shame. Alright, this should be enough. Okay, damage is absolutely fine. I just need to keep an eye out for that insta-kill. I might as well hit this guy while I'm here. Perfect. Yeah, I think I did that correct. I did. Happy days. Okay, look, ring on. Alright. OBS says it disconnected and reconnected. What happens on your side of the screen when that happens? Does the screen go blank for a while or does it go fuzzy? Always curious. Ah, thanks, it's back now. Oh. Okay, did I get lucky there or did I actually dodge it? Not sure. Yeah, I must look up 40 million an hour at how many KC. Probably like 15, 18, something like that. did two of those attacks in a row. I wonder if the spider came out and I just didn't see. Alright, that's why I wear the ring of death. We're getting out of this kill. If you had to kind of rate, let's say, top 5 best boss moneymakers right now, where would you put them? I guess Suck would be pretty good considering, you know, every rare he drops has good value. And I guess there was talk recently about the full book might be the play when the new combat changes come into the game. So that could increase the prices quite a bit. 14 an hour is 41 million. Realistically, I could probably do 25 kills per hour on one path, you know, the minion one, but everything else is so time gated. And I just move on as soon as I get a leg piece. I just move to the next one. Cat was amazing GP while I was doing it. I think a lot of people don't like that boss, rightfully so, but I think it means it's really good value. So, not many people will do it. Samarak, I think the habit prices are coming down a little bit now. Yes, yeah. That's a good list. What am I doing? Sweep up here. Yeah, 3 of those 5 are group bosses. I know you can do Sammy solo. I've done a lot of Sammy solo. It's nowhere near as much fun as when in a group. My HP is pretty darn low here. Pushing and rage at Sammy is something I do want to do eventually, solo. I was kind of curious whether these changes would make it somewhat easier. My current highest in rage is 1100, and that's magic. Pelos, I need to do the 100 kill streak master challenge. I've not got that yet. Problem is, you know, the chest fills up with rares and stuff, but I've died twice at kind of 90 KC, and I've lost whatever rares I had. But yeah, I do want to go back to Telos. I've I've got the 4K title there, so you might think, yeah, it should be kind of relatively easy to go through 100k seat, but no, I've struggled. I've struggled with that one. I think the problem is the first 70 or so kills are kind of easy. That was almost the quickest death so far. Took an awful lot of damage there at the last kill. Oh, I don't mind. He's charging there, but he's still getting acid levels, so happy days. I think that means I can do big hitting abilities now, without having to worry. Ooh, close one. Oh, no. Too soon. That was very unlucky. Oh, cool, he's getting more acid. I was getting distracted by all those melee hits. I was wondering, was there spiders coming out? He's not charging. See, that guy landed right at my feet. Got a barricade. Oh, happy days. I was concerned I didn't have enough acid there to get rid of that thing. But we did. And a punish to finish. Maybe I should be praying melee there. It might make more sense. I think he hit me twice there. Brought down all my head. Maybe I was thinking it might be good to just split up, so have two bosses I'm focusing on at the one time rather than just kind of singular focused. Maybe a solo and a group. Group can be hard to find though sometimes. And if you do group PVM, do you splits or do you kind of keeps? Oh yeah, Iron Man. pretty solid P1. Not sure, was that a spider came an acid one or not? I don't think it was. That's fine. Oh, nice. Are you raiding with your clan or are you using the French chat? I feel like I'm forgetting something here. I think what happened is I didn't actually get fresh gear after the last kill. I think I came in with the old stuff. I think that's what happened. Very nice. What is happening with the clans, or not the clans, the raids this year? You know, the removal of dailyscape. And with the raids, you've got those locks. Is it one raid every 24 hours? That's the maximum you can get loot. I think they're looking at that, right? I think they might change that. I don't know what the solution is, but it would be good. Would be good if they removed that lock. But then what will happen to the prices of the rares? The actual codex would drop in value a lot, really. You would imagine. Oh, I did it again. I didn't reset my gear. His third kill now with the same inventory. What am I forgetting? There's the insta-kill. Barricade is up. gonna chill here. Oh, okay. I have no dummies. That's an issue. Just gonna let my adrenaline replenish itself kind of naturally. Barge the boss, lead the assault, overpower, dagger. Yeah, that's alright. Okay, at long last I remember to actually get fresh gear. Darkness is gone, so I'll reapply that. Pretty important for staying alive. What do you think if you think about a ratio between difficulty and kind of GP per hour? What would be the highest there? I think there's some bosses, you know, they're not challenging. They have a really high GP per hour. I think if like what's that called? Barrows Rise of the Six. That might be one of the highest ones. There's the insta-kill spider. The fact that everyone gets a loot, and the loot is like 1 million minimum per kill, and there's 4 of you guys there, that has to be some of the best money, easy money in the game. I had a feeling that was coming. Another thing I think would be fun would be some Zamorak, 50% now, but just maybe 5 person, and again in around 4-minute kills. And assuming you're doing splits, you should see, is that another spider? Oh yeah, happy days. You should see kind of rares somewhat regularly, you would imagine. Like 5 people. Right, we're trying the leap right here, see if that makes it more survivable. 2k a masket? Yes. I've never... So a masket is... My highest win rate is 100, I think. Yeah, I do enjoy it. It is good. The group aspect is a little bit harder for me to get a group. You know, when you want a PBM, I think I've been pretty damn lucky there so far. I've only got 58 kills in hard mode, and I've got 4 drops. This is from the shard is actually from Sanctum of Rebirth. Feel like I'm forgetting something. No, it looks okay. Yeah, but high KC rocks is weirdly profitable. And yeah, it's probably pretty achievable. That many kills per hour. At this point, when phase 2 starts, the ring of death goes on. Okay, the spider is out, but he's down at the bottom of the ramp. I think that could be okay. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, I was safe. A lot of damage from those minions. That was a quick phase 3. I've eaten a lot so far. A nice fast phase 4. That's my 3rd effigy today. That's probably way rarer than the actual thing I'm looking for. Yeah, no worries. Thanks for staying around chatting. Have a good one. that was a big melee hit there. It was like, what, 3k, something like that? There's the insta-kill. I could have barricaded slightly early there. Hope not. Yeah, we're okay. Barge, Chaos Roar, Easy K, Cheap Fury, Punish. Yeah, sometimes that goes quick, sometimes it goes slow. You've got no Berserk there, of course. But you're reliant on the Easy K kind of critting. Alright, we anticipate Freedom, Barge, Raider Fury, install Overpower, and release it with an assault. I'm not sure if the assault release is actually working. Here we go again. The Araxxi pet system is a little bit complex compared to, you know, everything else in the game. But from my understanding, and if anyone knows, correct me if I'm wrong, 2 pets are based on drop rate. 2 pets are like how you imagine pets work in the game. You know, each kill you roll a 1 in 500 or whatever. The first one of them is what I'm looking for. And then as soon as I get that pet, I get access to 6 more pets by doing kind of feats within the kill. But then I think you need to do those 6 feats, and then you have access to the final pet. I think that's how it works. So in terms of progress, you know, I've got essentially 0. I must be approaching 800 kills now. We have to re-overload. Done enough damage. Gonna chill. Must check KC after the end of this kill. Have to be close to 800. Don't remember seeing the pop-up. that's the spider. He's out. It's absolutely fine. I'll just head up here. My crackling went off. That's why I took reflect damage there. Right, two things I need to look out for. One being the spider. I saw something there. I don't know if... Ah. Okay, I think I got lucky there. I got saved by the phasing. I'll slow this down. Release the assault a little bit lower. I think I've been missing out on it all day potentially. I slowed it down there. Did it work? Maybe. I'm not seeing the icon, you see. Pet chance. Oh, 15. That's the lowest of the day. Of course, it makes no difference. It's RNG, but I don't know. I like it when it's lower, closer to 1. KC right now. 796. Perfect. 4 more kills to 800. What is the threshold for this pet, this initial pet? I'm kind of re-rolling most things. Well, a small bit more damage to do. Alright, just chill out here. Alright, there's the acid spider there. Came out early this kill. Okay, I'm taking damage because of that dismember on the boss. Need to heal up. That's another insta-kill spider. Alright, I have 2 immortality there. All that means is I essentially have no adrenaline. Using my Rico bolts. Try and build adrenaline, or Hydrix bolts, I should say. Alright, took an awful lot of damage this kill. I've got really low health. I have on my ring of death, of course, just a free heal. Do have to do this correctly, otherwise it's good night. I think I did that right. Very nice. Okay, we go again. Three more kills. Alright, I'm gonna reset my Ripper and Aura. Or not Ripper, Calg. I'll do 3 more kills. Get to 800. Call it there then. Let's have a look. Okay, Aura is reset. Darkness back on. Reflect. Nice. Not sure why that didn't hit me. Not complaining. I think that's enough acid. Overall, it's been a lot smoother. An overload because I'm running out of prayer. $32K. That's the easiest reroll. A lot of damage there because my anticipate didn't count for getting out of that. Quite low on health. I'm gonna eat up here. Yeah, if you're quick with the disruption shield, you can kind of negate that damage, the reflect damage. Still have to lead him over here now. It's okay. I thought that was going to be the knee strike one. Alright, you should have enough. That's the insta-kill spider, but I think I'll be free before it comes out. Yeah, happy days. A nice P4. Okay, better Better luck next time. Is that 799? I think it was. Yeah. Alright, one more kill to 800. A pretty nice P1. Slow with the disruption shield there, it didn't work. Alright. I did this wrong. I'm in a bad position. Can I move him back, I wonder? Can I walk him away? Yeah, I can. Alright, that's fine. There's the insta-kill spider, but I think I'm okay. Yeah, fine. Alright, the final P4 for now. Relentless proc on Berserk. That's nice. There's the milestone, 800 Araxxi. Are we lucky? Pet chance? Maybe next time. Alright, yeah, appreciate you guys tuning in. Follow along if you're liking the content. I'll see you in the next one.